There was a train depot nearby too, right?
Two. We had two on each side. We had one on Front Street. There's one. And we used to like that one because you'd watch them pick up the mail. Train would go by and they had a hook there and picked up the mail. And then there was another one where the new homes are on Center Street. That was more or less, people went to Chicago on that train, you know. And that was always very, very busy. And that's what we used to play at that one because it was down the street. And then there was a stone cutter there at one time. I remember that because we used to climb on all these stones and play castle and a fort and stuff like that.
That was right by the one by where the homes are now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's right where the homes are.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, there were boxcars. I bring this up a lot because people didn't realize that when we were kids. There were boxcars there and people lived in them. And I brought it up at to one of my cousins. And I says, I could never understand that. You know, they lived in them. They were like little houses inside, very nice. And they basically were Hispanic people. Never gave that a thought. They were probably the first family to come to Whiting. The Pedros, Pardos, and Unates, and there was another family, Penas. They were basically the first Hispanic families that I knew. And they lived in those boxcars. And I mentioned it to somebody once. And he says, well, don't you know, Auntie Carol, if you worked for the railroad, you lived in the boxcars. So those were railroad employees that worked in the boxcars because they had them all the way down the whole route of the tracks. But again, we lived in Whiting, and how far did we go?